The last couple of videos, we've been talking about how to more effectively work on the business. The secret to more effectively thinking on your business. Well, the first step of working on your business and taking action on things is to first spend time thinking. If you don't spend the time thinking on the business, then you'll never know what to actually work on. So the key question you want to start with when you're thinking on the business is this: what is the one project, if we completed this quarter, would make the most significant difference in moving our business forward from where it is today to where we want it ultimately to go? If you're not quite sure what that is, make a list of all the things you could think of that would make a significant difference in building your business's profits, client retention, efficiencies, improving your team. Make a list of all those things. And then look at the list and then ask, what's the one thing on this list that if we did this one thing, likely 5 or 6 other things on this list would come along with it? The answer to that question becomes the one project you're going to spend most of your energy on during the time that you've slotted in your calendar to work on the business. Now, at some point in time in the near future, I'll create a whole series of videos that talk about rhythms in working on the business and how to think on the business. Annual rhythms, quarterly, monthly, weekly, even daily rhythms that keep you focused on the most important things that will drive your business forward and ensuring that your goals are progressing at the rate you want them to go. That's not today though. Today, when it comes to thinking on the business, the secret to thinking on the business, I'm going to give you a tool that you can use on a weekly basis to ask yourself key questions. And by answering these key questions each week, just setting aside 15 to 30 minutes a week to think about the answers to these questions will make a significant difference in the culture and the health of your team and the progress that you're making in your business. Some of these questions are going to be very simple. Some of these questions are going to seem like no-brainers. I can't believe I'm not asking myself this question. And other questions you maybe haven't thought of before. The first question you want to ask is, what's not working well? Again, it seems very basic, but by writing the answers down on paper to what's not working, it makes them real and takes them out of your head. And then the next most important question that's linked to those is, what actions do I need to take and what adjustments need to be made as a result of this? The next question has more to do with your team. Who is one person that I could either encourage, I could support, or I could empower or appreciate this next week? Who's on my team? By asking that question, it causes you to be proactive about the way that you approach the people on your team and ensuring that they feel valued as being a part of your team and that you are helping them succeed by equipping them with the tools, the resources, the support, and the encouragement that they need to do their jobs. And then the last question to ask yourself each week is getting clear on what got done this week. So you're recognizing what got done, because most of the time we spend our energy thinking about what didn't get done. But what got done and what didn't get done this week? What are the things that I planned on getting done this week I didn't get to? So that those things don't fall off the radar. And then once you list the things that didn't get done after thinking of what did get done, then ask yourself, what are 3 things on this list, or even just one thing on this list, that I could empower somebody else on my team to take care of? We often feel like those things are on our shoulders, but by pausing for a minute and just asking, what's just one thing on this list that if I had to find a way to empower somebody else to do it, they probably could, and then delegate that to that person on the team. And then with what's left of your list that did not get done this week, ask, what am I committed to getting done next week? And don't be overly ambitious. As high achievers, we oftentimes think that we can get way more done than we can get done in a given week. Just pick 1 or 2 things that you're going to for sure get done this next week that you're committed to getting done, and then move what's left on that list that didn't get done off to a separate list to consider for the future. At this point, you know what the secret is to more effectively working on the business. It really has to do with carving out that time in your calendar to make sure that it happens, and distinguishing on the difference between working on the business and thinking on the business. And it's also about eliminating those 4 barriers that oftentimes get in the way of us taking action. Focus on implementing these things in your business over the course of the next 6 months, and you watch the significant difference it makes in your effectiveness in working on your business.